I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. Town of Mount Hope Police Chief Paul Ricard says it's the latest example of what can happen when a driver's distracted. And this incident could cost an area farmer a few of his dairy cows. Police say shortly after 5:30 last evening, workers at the Hoskins Dairy Farm in Mount Hope were bringing a herd of about 50 cows across Mountain Road when a Jeep failed to stop or slow down and plowed through the herd, seriously injuring 3 cows and totaling the Jeep.
The cows were crossing the street. They're crossing Mountain Road from one end of the farm to the other end of the farm, which is what they do actually a few times a day. And the farmers have people on the road to slow cars down. In this case, the operator of the car wasn't paying attention due to her phone going off, is what she told us. So her phone went off, she looked down, and when she looked back up, she had, she was too far into it, and she ended up striking 3 cows. They were rather large cows, and it ended up totaling her vehicle.
Despite the damage to the vehicle, the driver, 21-year-old Daisy Cowitt of the town of Wayanda, was not injured. As for the cows, one went airborne and may have to be put down. The 2 others had to be operated on. The driver told police she had looked down when her cell phone rang. Those on the scene contend she was texting while driving. Chief Ricard says no charges have been filed pending a completion of their investigation. A tragic end to a burglary investigation in the Warwick-Chester area. It happened last evening while police in both towns were looking for a suspect following a burglary on Ridge Road in the town of Warwick. That was on Monday. Well, town-wide alerts were sent via text message, and a homeowner called 911 after a man matching the description knocked at her door. A responding police officer saw the man walking along Kings Highway in the town of Chester. When the officer approached, police say a 51-year-old Bruce Del Quaglio pulled a small handgun from his waistband and shot himself in the head. Police identified Del Quaglio as a state of Florida resident. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Kings Highway was shut down for 6 hours during the investigation. It's a big step in the right direction at the long-dormant Pike Plaza in the city of Port Jervis. Officials gathered today in the plaza parking lot to take part in a groundbreaking ceremony marking the start of construction on the new 15,000 square foot Rite Aid building. The original Rite Aid was closed and then relocated to a temporary location in town after the strip mall was ordered shut down because of numerous structural problems. Buffalo-based Ellicott Development is undertaking the rehab of Pike Plaza.
It was a center of the downtown hub for many, many years, and then of course it fell into ruin, and we had to close it down for the safety of the people. And now the construction outfit is going to start rebuilding this. We're going to build a 24,000 square foot building here for Rite Aid. It's a great day for the citizens of Port Jervis.
Officials with Ellicott hope to open the new Port Jervis Rite Aid next March or April, part of their $14 million project to renovate a plaza that's become an eyesore. In Sullivan County, a Parksville woman has been charged with grand larceny for stealing jewelry from a residence in Parksville. 28-year-old Aaron Peters was arrested following a state police investigation that began back in August. Several pieces of the stolen jewelry have reportedly been recovered. In addition, Peters is also being held on an outstanding probation warrant. In Orange County Court today, bail was set at $25,000 cash for Tyrin Gale, a 20-year-old Newburgh man who was arraigned on a first-degree robbery charge in connection with a gunpoint robbery 2 weeks ago in Newburgh. Because of a robbery conviction 4 years ago, Gale faces mandatory prison time if convicted. Governor Andrew Cuomo directed that flags on all state government buildings be flown at half-staff today to honor the 61 men and women who died in New York State during Superstorm Sandy, which hit the region a year ago today. The governor's declaration came after he addressed hundreds of emergency responders during a conference in Albany concerning preparations in the event of future natural disasters. Cuomo says the state now has a plan in place to deal with gas shortages and will forbid insurance companies from canceling policies after a disaster strikes. More than 300,000 housing units in New York State were damaged or destroyed as the result of Sandy, and more than 2 million people lost power. And driving on the Thruway with their high beams on and with an unlit brake light. That was just the beginning of the troubles a pair of Sullivan County women now face. State police pulled over their vehicle in Rockland County and determined that neither a 51-year-old Felicia Horace of Glen Spey nor 25-year-old Janny Steele of Narrowsburg had a valid driver's license. And the investigation took a turn when troopers found the women to be in possession of crack pipes and a quantity of cocaine. Both women were being held in Rockland County Jail on felony drug charges. Plenty of clouds in the forecast for the next couple of days, and there could be a little Halloween night rain as well. Wednesday will be cloudy and cool with temperatures reaching the upper 50s. Cloudy and a little warmer on Thursday with a chance of rain developing late in the day. The highs will be in the low to mid 60s. Get caught up on all that is happening by starting your day with the Times-Herald Record and get the news when it breaks right here at Record Online. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.